We are playing Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen, and we are in our 8th episode now, where the characters are currently in the city of Kalaman. They have brought the people of Vogler, the citizens of Vogler, downstream to hopeful safety here in Kalaman. And they have successfully negotiated for the city of Kalaman to take those citizens under their protection. Our last session, which was about a week ago, featured some odds and ends, I'd say. One is that Brallin seemed to have maybe a little bit of an explanation, but maybe a pretty murky one for why a small drake is following him around. Cass made contact with some sort of shady group that is interested in their specific talents. Miranda and Quinton took their next steps towards becoming full-fledged mages of the High Tower. And Kato got a little bit of a popularity problem in that with the divine magic he has, his healing is making a lot of heads turn as he keeps doing that. Most notably was that he seemed to be able to bring a young child who had drowned or possibly hypothermic, who had passed away from that, back to life. And so yeah, I'm gonna stop there with some of those will continue a little bit tonight. Where we're largely is the characters have also been enlisted into the militia of Kalaman, sort of as special forces a little bit. The leaders of Kalaman recognize that they have special talents, and that it would be silly to not use them. And so we'll I think we'll have the characters introduce themselves now. I'm just popcorning around tonight. Kato, do you want to go first?
Oh, sure. Why not? Hi, I'm Daw. I'm playing Kato. He's a level 4 Oath of the Crown Paladin. Still, 8 sessions. No idea who he serves. It's still a bit tricky. Maybe he'll try and figure that out. But with that solid religion check of 4 last time, it might be a little slower for him. He's having a little bit of that issues of, oh boy, oh no, what did I just do? Why is everyone looking at me? I don't like it. This feels weird. So that's how he's feeling right now.
And issues he will continue to have. Next up is Brallin.
Hello, I'm Isaac. I'm playing Brallin. He is a level 4 Drake Warden Ranger. Brallin has enlisted himself into the Knights of Solamnia, I guess he assumes and figures. I don't know. He's the squire of a squire, apparently. He's also currently I guess he's the type that's used to being away from the city, hasn't really grown up in that. So even though coming back in, this is where it's foreign to him, all these things that are happening within the city. So he's still not. This isn't where he shines, and he is a bit awkward here, and will continue to be. Though he does, he is excited to have a new friend Gertrude, the Drake. And also, I guess he fell asleep last night kind of looking at this weird pendant that it had brought to him.
All right. Let's jump over to Cass.
Hi, I'm David, and I play Cass. They are a level 4 human rogue of the thief persuasion, but tries to pretend and convince people that they are, in fact, a scholar. Right now, Cass is pretty satisfied with being back in a larger city, behind some pretty thick walls, thriving in the urban setting, and intrigued by the recent message from was it Mulara?
Yeah, I think I struggled to pronounce it last time
Yeah,
as well.
it's an interesting name.
Oh, I said Moilara.
Moilara. Okay.
Uh,
So yeah, basically just also happy to be getting paid to and free room and board up to this point. So it's definitely a step up from kind of being terrified for the past, week before this or few days, whatever it was.
okay, thank you. Miranda is next.
Right. Hi, I'm Lauren, and I'm playing Miranda. She is a level 4 sorcerer, human sorcerer. And Miranda is feeling pretty excited because things with Wyhan went pretty well, as well as they could go, she thinks. And she's excited about being given the opportunity to train with the White Robes eventually. And right now is just kind of has a lot of nervous energy to try to figure out what they can do here to make sure that this city doesn't also, fall to the evil that has befell basically everywhere else that she has gone. So
All right. Thanks for I saw a cheer in there, right? Yep. Thanks for the cheer, Betty B. Lopez. Last but not least, we have Quinton.
Hey everyone, I'm Alex. I'm playing Quinton, who is very young, mere 19 years old. It's really the first time that he's ever left home. He grew up in Abyssinia, knew Miranda, setting out from his village to also take the test of high sorcery, and also aspires to be a wizard of the White Robes. His deal right now is he's starting to manifest a bit of divine magic. He's a little bit in denial about its origins and believes that it must be some spell that either he kind of mashed together from other things, or maybe read. He's trying to find any kind of explanation for it other than it being divine, because growing up, his father had always clung to these conspiracy theories that the gods would swoop in at the last minute, should there ever be any kind of big catastrophe or problems that would befall them. The gods would make things right. He always believed that they would return, and Quinton spent most of his growing up trying to convince his father otherwise, and so this is a little bit he's not sure what to make of this and is trying to find any explanation other than that. But as far as how he's feeling right now in the present moment, he's really excited to be able to serve, to be in this moment here in Kalaman. There's a big opportunity for him to kind of prove himself. He'd always hoped that one day he might grow up and be able to use his talents of the arcane to benefit people, and now he's got that opportunity. So he's looking forward to checking in and learning what the first task will be.
Great. Thank you, everyone. And so, yeah, I think our story for the evening opens with it's a new day. If you guys have not long rested, please do so. Pick your spells, whatnot. You wake up inside the castle, inside your quarters, in the castle, which let me just bring this up. You can. The room you're in actually was definitely, or the sort of the suite you were in was probably once a small ballroom. There's a row of pillars around, and they're sculpted with ornate knotwork and images of knights. And the knights, sort of their shoulders are supporting the vaulted ceiling. There's tall windows in the room, and sort of what wakes you up is the light coming through these windows, looking out to the mountains to the south of the city. You see where you guys mostly are is a collection of cots and empty chests, and a large wooden table, sort of in the middle. There's a few rooms off to the side, smaller rooms that some of you may have dragged cots into. But this area here, the big hall, and then the three smaller rooms that connect out of it are yours, just for the five of you. You know that when at some point today you are to report to Marshal Vendry, who is the head of the Kalaman militia. And you know that her office is on the second floor. You all, I believe, are... Second, I'll find this. The second, we'll say for you are on the third floor. What would you guys like to do with your day? I think someone had said at the very end of the last that there was an effort to look for Darrett, and Darrett is nowhere to be seen. He's not with you guys, and this is the sort of the longest you've gone since meeting him without seeing him.
I think Quinton would definitely be very annoyingly trying to wake everybody up and get everyone moving. He's very eager to kind of report in.
Mm-hmm.
So who would he harass first? Probably he'd go over to Brallin and just pull the sheets, pull the blankets off. Like, let's get up.
He's just gonna wake up and stare at you and just daggers. He doesn't even say anything. He's just staring at you, with probably in his underwear, just looking at you what are you doing?
Oh, good. Your eyes are open. Okay, and then he'd probably run over to Kato and do the same thing.
I'm not on guard duty tonight, huh?
Gotta get up. We gotta go. And then he'd go over to Cass, do the same thing.
Cass is in one of the side rooms.
He'd be pounding on the door. Dude. Are you awake in there?
I am now.
Oh, good. We gotta go. And he wouldn't be so eager to go and disturb Miranda in the same fashion.
Yeah, Miranda probably with the pounding on the doors to get Cass is up at this point and is like, oh, great. I think we're all awake, Quinton. I think you did it. You
Yes.
woke us all up.
Vincent, thank you for your enthusiasm and preparedness for this upcoming day.
What time is it? What do you do? Why?
Well, the sun's up. There's sunlight. We gotta find Darrett. I can't find him. Maybe he got up already, but I didn't see him last night.
I believe he was on some sort of assignment.
They seem to have use for him, so maybe he's been, I don't know, giving some sort of briefing.
Well, maybe we should go and get our briefing, and we can find out what happened to him and see if we can help him out or if we got our own thing going.
Yeah, I'm sure we can do that. Where was
have-
the marshal again? That's where we're going to, right?
Yeah. Although, may I suggest we eat before we go? Because I just have a feeling that once this gets set in motion, there probably won't be time to eat. So,
Well, they
Who knows?
must have a mess hall.
yes, okay. If you're eager to get there, we can go.
And I think Quinton will leave the room and maybe not even wait for the others to like get ready, but he'll go and try to find where the mess hall will be.
Okay. The mess hall is also on the floor you're in. It's not terribly difficult to find, particularly this hour of day. Lots of the soldiers getting up are headed there themselves, and it's pretty Spartan. There is, you get the food that you're given, and not too many options. But it is free, and it is you have it at your disposal. In the mess hall, I'd say you still no sign of Darrett. Some officers seem to come and go. There's particularly fewer of them, and most of them eat quickly and move on.
Quinton will probably do his best to try to introduce himself to as many people in the mess hall as possible. Just like letting them know, hey, I'm new here and I'm going to be reporting in for my first assignment here in a little bit. My friends should be coming along. You'll meet them too later. You'll meet the whole crew.
Make me a quick persuasion check.
Persuasion. Here we go.
So while Quinton definitely reeks of like newly enlisted uncomfortably naive member of the military, you could tell when people are laughing at you, they're not laughing sort of at you in terms of an insulting way. It's more of a, oh, I was once there too sort of way. Most of the soldiers though are eating just to get to their shift or their post, and they don't offer a whole lot in terms of small talk, but people are more or less polite and welcoming. Who are the rest of you? Did all of you follow down to the cafeteria?
Yeah, Cass would have been ready to go like 2 seconds after Quinton knocked on their door and followed Quinton down. And even as Quinton is engaging everyone, Cass is making furtive glances and trying to memorize the faces of all the soldiers.
Okay.
Yeah, Miranda would follow too, and I would just be quietly kind of, getting some food, maybe getting like little bread and like, putting it in my bag for later because I'm suspicious of everything. But and just kind of watching Quinton and being like, oh, he seems to be doing okay. He's doing good. So I'm hanging back, letting him.
I'm networking.
No.
All right.
I think Brallin would eventually, after staring at the door that was shut, maybe for about another 5 minutes, sigh and start getting ready. He'd make sure to have his little dragon hidden out because he's going to probably try to sneak in a little extra food.
Okay. What's Kato's mood this morning?
I wouldn't say flustered to start. It probably takes him the longest to get ready. He's like,
Yep.
he's misplaced everything just before he went to bed. It's terrible. He's a mess this morning. It's like, where did I put my boots? Nope, that's not mine. Whose shoe is this? Never mind.
I
Like-
think as maybe as Brallin's like about to head out, am I supposed to help you with your gear? Or
No, I got it. So it's not too
do
difficult.
ya? What? You need help? Or are you okay?
No, I'm fine. It's just that there's a lot of this.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm here to learn from you, but don't expect me to dress you. And he steps out and he closes the door. Hurry up, I guess.
But I already told him no. What? And then I would get ready and then head down.
Hi. All right. So similar, there not much difference scenario in terms of food. Seats are hard to come by, and so as you sit down, you're probably not necessarily all sitting together. Miranda, one thing, maybe a little bit of for all of you, you aren't the only new folks here. And as you're looking around, as you're sort of eating, you do start to recognize some what seem to be familiar faces. And I think Quinton, you probably would identify this the quickest, but all of you come to the realization that there seem to be some members of Vogler, the citizens of Vogler, who have enlisted as well amongst the ranks. And they seem as eager to help out in whatever way they can. Miranda, though, you as you are stuffing bread into a pouch, a small girl of about, you'd say 13 or 14, sort of tugs on you on your robes, I assume you're wearing, or from behind and says, "Excuse me."
Yes.
I don't. I'm from Vogler, and she looks around, and she definitely took the opportunity for you to be sort of standing off on your
Right.
own.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, Mayor Raven asked if you would come soon. Not urgent, but today. She has a matter of some importance for you. I don't know what it is.
Okay, just for me personally, or for
Uh,
everyone who I was with?
Just you, she asked.
Oh, okay. Yes, tell her that I will be there. I have to meet first with Marshall, but then yes, I will come after that as soon as I get away.
Thank you. And she's you could see she looks a little hungry, and she's looking at you catch her
I will.
buying the food.
Yeah, and I will be like, here, take this,
Right.
and when you go, and I'll hand her the bread that I just
Right.
put in my bag, and she'll.
She sort of scampers away, and as she's scampering away, you can see that some people in charge recognize she shouldn't have been there in the first place, and not not meanly, but just say like, "Get out of here!" And she scampers off, and yeah, disappears. Right. Are you next stop Vendry, or is there something you guys wanted to accomplish?
I was just gonna say I don't know that Cass would have been close enough to overhear that conversation, but Cass is
Mhm.
keeping an ear open on any conversations, just always trying to news and information.
You definitely probably would have seen the girl, but the girl would have intentionally waited till just on the orders she had just received from the mayor. Yeah. What next?
Well, now that Miranda knows that she has multiple things on the agenda for the day, she'd probably try to kind of like gather around everyone who is in the party and be like, okay, so is everyone ready then to head out?
Well, I just sat down.
Oh, okay. Finish your food. Finish your food. So he,
It's fine. And he just like stuffs a piece of bread in his mouth
oh,
and just
great.
holds
Come
it there
on.
and just
Finish up, Miracle Man. We gotta go.
Let him eat his bread. You don't want him to choke. Then where will we be?
Oh, I'm good. Just all I need. I'm set. And I just slide like my bowl to like the next guy who's sitting next to me, just some random dude. Here, you can have that.
He sort of grunts at you, pushes it back. The food's not
Thank you.
that great. It's filling though.
Is this a bus your own table situation, or
It is. Yes.
I'll pick up the bowl and just take it with me.
All right. So you head downstairs towards Marshal Vendry, and it's pretty easy to find. You might have to ask here or there. An aide outside the office has you wait outside the door. He quietly goes in the office, closes the door behind him, and then a few minutes later comes back out and says, please, the marshal is ready to speak with you. And he leads you inside. I think there's a typo in this. So the office itself is sparsely furnished. It's basically a desk on top of which is heaped with documents. There's some shelves filled with scrolls and a board on the wall which is has a pinned map of the surrounding province of Nightlund, which is the area you're in. The marshal stands as you enter and greet. Thank you for coming. I won't mince words. We are in the dark regarding the dangers that you mentioned and which I fear are fast approaching our gate. Your role will hopefully be to change that. But first, you must have questions about what we are asking of you.
I'll break this down.
I'm right.
Well, evidently, no, we are open for any task, it appears.
We're like,
I
yeah,
see.
because we.
We were last tasked to move people across, a river. So,
Well, I see. Well, as you can imagine, sometimes in war, smaller groups of smaller specialized individuals are sometimes better than large troop formations. And we envision that you will be helping us meet challenges that other troops cannot address.
I think Cass would take that as a segue to, explain and retell how Brallin and Brallin and Cass in fact encounter a larger force of knights wiped out and kind of their first brush with the Draconians.
Mm-hmm. And as you're telling that, she calls back the aide in just because she wants to get some of the details written down, which didn't get sort of the first time. It was just a discussion, and so it's there's some back and forth and clarifications, but the information is written down, and the aide will deliver it to who need to know the information and what key details you guys might have. She says, some small logistical matters. You can pick up your first week's salary from the quartermaster. It's paid in advance each week, and it's 5 gold for your rank for each of you. There's an armory down on the first floor, and those things that you might need should be freely available, including basic weapons and light various types of armor. She tells you she does ask you, she says, have you been to visit the villagers this morning?
No, not yet this morning, although I do plan to go.
We were able to overnight secure a better location for them. It's immediately outside the walls. We had some buildings that were not being used. The militia last night cleared out what the things we were using for storage. It's at least some hard cover instead of the tents that they're in. And so already the militia is headed out there to help them move and to help them establish their space here. Let's see.
And when she says that, I'll probably bring up, I saw that some of the members of the town of Vogler as peers have joined the military here.
Indeed, and that was in no way coerced upon them, but we certainly can use all the assistance we can get. Some of them are very green, but we are in the business of training new recruits, and so we definitely appreciate the young, fresh blood coming into the so sorry, did I just move you onto a new map? I sure did. Okay, so they are let me go down to this layer. Nope, that's not that layer. What layer am I on? Oh, I know what I just said. Ha. I did something terrible. Okay, there. Now you have your map back. Okay, you see Trade Gate up here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, so they're just right outside that gate. They were further up, about a mile up that road, but now they're in those buildings right outside, and they're more or less. Of course, no one's keeping them there, so they're free to spread go around the city and live wherever they want. But at the very least, there is a general vicinity in which the guards have found space for all of them. So it's a little bit faster to get, and they're in the process of. But by the end of the day, they'll be there. Sorry, jump back here. We are still working out the details of your first assignment. I encourage you. I understand that you. Oh, sorry. Your lodgings are in the 4th floor. This is the only place that says it. So, in the meantime, please familiarize yourselves with the castle. I'll have one of my aides give you a brief rundown and a tour. Yes, you will be notified as soon as we are ready for a mission for you.
Quinton will raise his hand.
Yes.
Are there any other arcane users in the ranks here?
There are, yes. I will admit, though, the those who are extremely powerful tend to help us from outside the ranks. Yes.
Do you have any supplies, arcane supplies, reagents?
You could certainly ask the quartermaster. I am not one who uses such, but if the quartermaster does not have them, they would be able to inform you immediately where to get them.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yes.
Once again, thanks for the. Sorry. Thanks again for the assistance you lend to the citizens of Vogler. I'm sure they very much appreciate it. But I was mainly curious as to the other one of our companions who was with us, Garrett Highwater, not Hightower. That's a different thing. Highwater. Has he been around? Have you seen him at all?
Oh, yes. Well, yes, I have. She smiles a little bit, and she says, "We have found something for him, and yes, I think it's I think it's best if he tells you. I'm sure you will run into him in no time at all." And she smiles knowingly.
It's like a secret.
It's not a secret, but sometimes,
It's a
good
surprise.
news should come. Good news should come from the source. Let's say that.
Oh, it's a good surprise. We have to find Darrett.
You should definitely find Derek. And actually, with that, I'd be like, you know what? I think all of you should go and find him right away.
I will search with the quartermaster first.
Yes, that should be our first stop after this meeting.
Well, let my aide, if you have no more questions, my aide can quickly show you around the castle to give you your bearings, and we'll definitely make sure to stop at the armory and the quartermaster.
And as we're leaving, I'll kind of slip back to her and be like, I do have one question, but I didn't want to ask it in front of, my friends. They're very young.
Yes.
And it's actually just kind of a wider picture question, but have you made plans in case, the walls are breached and the enemy comes inside? This is a very large city.
We do have plans. Yes. And yes, that would be a tragic event, but we do have some plans. I understand the concerns coming from Vogler, but I can assure you that an evacuation of the city here would be something that was, while still chaotic, because I don't think any evacuation involving civilians could be described as efficient. The militia here are trained in responding to disaster and moving people out of harm's way. Yes.
I'm sorry. I know this is not a good thing to start out on and, talking of our defeat, but I have just seen this enemy up close now, and I just wanted to make sure that, worst comes to worst, that there is a plan to get people to safety. And I don't know you, and some people, when they have great big walls, they think that they are impenetrable. But I feel very reassured now that. And if you need help with anything,
Thank you very much. We will keep that in mind.
thank you. Do like a
Um,
forward curtsy.
So, a young woman is your assigned aide, a member of the militia, an enlisted member of the militia, and she starts to lead you around. She she starts up from the actual top floor. And so there are 4 floors of the castle itself. The 4th, I've said, is your quarters are up there. But there's also some towers on the castle that would go up higher levels, but the main body of the castle is the 4th floor, goes up to the 4th floor. Much of the level of the 4th floor is vacant and in disrepair. And as I said, there was an unused ballroom that they managed to outfit for the group of you, and you have free coming and going to it. If there's any need for a guard to be posted outside, that can be arranged, and that's the 3rd floor. Most of the 3rd floor are the castle guards themselves. Most of the soldiers in the militia either live in the city or in the surrounding structures of the castle. The ones here on the 3rd floor are the ones charged with guarding the castle itself. Down on the 2nd floor, you have the military command. That's where the marshal's offices. And then the officers' lodgings are also on the 2nd floor. And then finally, down on the 1st floor was the room where you guys met with the city council and the governor. There's rooms for events. There's some government offices, how citizens deal with the government. There's a small library, and then the armory and the quartermaster are there. She brings you to the armory first, and says that basically she introduces you to the armory staff, and sort of metagaming a little bit. You in the armory, you will have access to any non-martial weapon. You have access to any light or medium armors, free. So you can just assume you have those if you need one. And so, yeah. She then sort of concludes the tour at the quartermaster and shows you how to request your pay for the week. And so each of you do get 5 gold. In response to your questions about mundane ingredients, it is sort of what you think. The things that would be in a component pouch, all the stuff you want. The things that are cost gold, you'll still have to fund the gold costs.
Can you refer me to a place where I can get some charcoal, some herbs, and some incense?
Yeah, absolutely. That's easy. The quartermaster gives you a few, just based sort of all around the city, so that you'll always have access to. Like, depending on where you are, you can stop in and.
Question: what if I provided the armory with a donation? Would I be able to get a cash value? See, I've got this shield here, and he's like suggesting this, like he's looking at Brallin, like he's like intentionally trying to get a reaction out of him.
Hold on. He's gonna kind of go up to you and just kind of. I've been meaning to.
See, you do care about it.
Back.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, of course I care about it.
Well, he just left it on the ground back.
He's gonna look at Cass. Just, yeah.
I knew you'd want it.
I did.
Braun's cast wasn't even listening. They're like checking out some studded leather armor and restocking their quiver with crossbow bolts.
Oh, well, no.
It's your dad's shield. You should have it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll take it.
I mean, even if you're not going to use it.
Oh yeah. What? You don't. And I guess the armor. I guess I would ask a little bit if they knew how, if it was well done and whatnot as far as
The armor. Oh, from that was left to you.
Mm-hmm.
So the armor is. I think you get a polite response that it's good armor, but it's not great armor. But it was well taken care of. It clearly saw a lot of action, but that, yeah, it is. You like the armor is definitely aware that this has some sentimental value to you.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And is responding, not gonna and it is not crap armor in any way, but it's not right. It's not the first time that a new enlisted individual has come up and said, one of my parents have left this to me, and they said it was save them in battle. So
That's fine. Yeah. Apparently it's magical. No biggie, I guess. Cool. All right. Still don't know what it does.
Wait, am I forgetting? You're talking about armor.
We're talking about the shield. The shield.
Sorry.
No worries.
I am now confused. The shield, yeah, it's a similar response. Although just increase the effectiveness of it. So very good shield. You see him flick. You see him sort of scratch at the front of the shield, and you can see clearly the green paint fleck off of it.
Okay.
And so it was painted at some point. And has a sort of a dark silvery hue underneath it, but yeah.
Well, you don't know anything about it now, but I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. You mark my words.
Do you want to hold on to it then?
I could continue to hold on to it. I just wanted to see if you cared about it or not. I've been carrying it.
Of course I do. You could have. I figured. Yeah. Of course I care about it. I just thought
still pretty painful.
No, I just figured it was in good hands. I'm not trying to say anything nice. It's awkward to say something nice to you to your face. Okay?
Then don't say it to my face. Say it behind my back. Right. I'll take the shield.
You can hold on to it for now. Just, you can check it out. Let me know what it does, really. I have no idea.
I'll find out. Not today, but eventually.
Thank you. Let's put it on his arm. Whatever.
Let's strap the shield back on his back. He's satisfied. He learned what he needed to know.
Miranda watched this whole interaction and is just like, oh.
The aide steps away, having sort of done what she was ordered to do, and says, if you have free movement. Oh, she does say there's also along the way There are basements which are largely storage and you know areas that have been completely sealed off from just as the castle was built up further and further as so um, older areas of the castle. But yeah, you have free movement more or less around the castle, minus sort of walking into someone's office. So what would you guys what's your plan for today? What next?
So we don't have any real notion of when, like, we've basically shared, I think, everything. I think we would have shared everything we know about the
Mhm.
Draconians and such, and just the Red Dragon Army and how they handled Vogler. But do we have any idea of when we will be called upon for our services? Is it just like they'll fetch us when they need us, or are we supposed to check in every day?
It was left a little unclear, but there was this idea that when you're needed, and not when you're needed, it was really when you are when they find a way to use you, right? Like they're trying to sort of hypothesize what's the best role for you right now.
Hey, Cass, you seem like you know the city. You want to go shopping with me? I gotta find the store.
Yes, there. I was able to see some of the city yesterday, but I definitely am still curious about some of the areas I have yet to explore. So yes, I would be up for that.
Okay. Um. So we can do some shopping for you guys. Um. I would say that because I don't think it was necessarily a quiet conversation in any way, and it wasn't on list. But Cass, amongst the places where where Quinton could get spell ingredients, Moilara's was one of the places noted. Um, what are the rest of you gonna do?
I think actually I might inquire with Cass something maybe as they start to head out. I might actually just follow with them as well. Saying, "Oh, hey Cass, you've been around a bit, right?"
Um, Around the city of Kalaman.
I mean, just in general, you seem to have been around. You've been around places.
Yes, as a scholar and researcher, I find myself in interesting places.
Oh, well, then give me. So then maybe you've seen this before, and he's gonna, from his like tucked under his armor, he's gonna his new. Well, I don't know if it's new, but his new half plate. He's gonna bring out that pendant that was given to him, and kind of just said, Have you ever seen a symbol like this before?" There.
Um, if you are investigating it, you can make a religion check for me.
Right.
Right. Yeah. I don't. You might not have ever seen a pendant or anything quite this ornate, but it is a symbol of the god Paladine, the leader of the good gods, sometimes called the dragon god, and be considered one of the most powerful of the gods. It's sometimes known as the father of good, the master of law, the platinum dragon. Sorry, not the dragon god, the platinum dragon. And uh, sort of focused on order, justice, and mercy, which are the three parts of that symbol.
And Cass would relay that in very kind of clinical terms. Just yeah, in the great library, there are many books, and he was a very revered god, one of the main gods of good before the cataclysm. Where did you get that?
Um, well, Gertie gave it to me.
Gertie?
He's gonna kind of give you a smile and a wink, and like from behind his hood, you're gonna see a little twinkle of an eye behind him. Yeah, Gertie.
Gertie. All right.
It's the dragon that.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh.
Okay. Well, and that okay. So
A
the
little too loud. He might whisper it like, "It's the dragon that I got right here.
so
It's it's with
if I'm
us."
if I'm understanding correctly, and Cass wouldn't be saying this if there was like I think the aide is gone and they're out of earshot of the quartermaster. Cass would say. So if I understand correctly, we have a knight who can heal, and by all rumor has revived someone from death. You received a pendant of the god Paladine from a dragon, and
And then I
even
brought it into this city.
there seems and yeah, there seems to be a lot of divine divine flavor to this group lately.
It's not I mean, it's not offensive to me. That I really didn't even know. It just kind of looked. I thought it was an A, but apparently it looks pretty. It wouldn't be offensive for me to hold on to it, right? Should I take it off or?
I would think of there are those who still have a lot of distaste for the gods because of the cataclysm. Heck, even and Cass takes out the symbol of Gillian. Even this token that represents knowledge and a neutral deity. In some backwater places can earn the ire of the locals, but in a city like Kalaman, um, I don't think it would put you in danger, but it may get you noticed for good or for ill.
I'll keep it tucked away. It feels like a nice little, I don't know, piece of good luck, if anything.
Cass tucks their own pendant with Gillian symbol under.
What does that mean anyway? Who's Gillian?
It's it's the god, the counterbalance in between the great evil and the great
Scholars and
good.
stuff.
So yes, it's the great library tends to revere Gillian, including the great librarian Astinus in particular. So it's just something that shows my affiliation with the organization.
Oh, that's nice. Well, thank you, Cass. I never got a chance to just apologize. I didn't mean to be so rough on you.
Oh, yes, before the invasion. Apology accepted. I meant no offense. I worried for our safety, and you and I had survived a pretty brutal attack where our companion didn't, and I thought we could help each other, but in the end, we helped many. So I think we maybe both learned something.
Yeah. Dun.
All right. What are Miranda and
I might pull Kato aside, like I see them talking, and say, Kato, I hope you don't take this in the wrong way. I'm planning to go out to see the villagers and talk with them, but I think it would probably be good for you to limit your interactions with them for a little while. I think they might see you as almost a deity at this point.
I never got that impression. I mean, I was gonna ask if I could accompany you because you said you were leaving, right?
I am going, and it might be fine, but there were whispers about you doing some pretty miraculous things.
So I've heard.
I mean, if you want to go out, just be prepared, I guess. I mean, these people have just been through a lot. They're traumatized. They have lost people. They might ask things of you that you're not able to do.
Then what are you proposing I do? Just ignore them?
No, don't ignore them. I guess just be aware. I mean, if you want to do it, I'm not going to stop you. I'm not your mother. I'm not going to, but I'm a little worried that reverence can turn into rage very quickly. So just, if you go out, and you are welcome to come with me. I don't want you to feel like you can't, but if you do come with me, just, be prepared.
I will try. Mainly, the funny thing about that was I was gonna pull you aside because it seems like they were going off together to do their thing, and I was just gonna ask if you wanted someone to accompany you. I mean, I was gonna try looking for Darrett, but I haven't seen him in the castle. Maybe he's somewhere around the city.
Oh yes. You know what? Why don't we do this? I don't think mine is super urgent for me to get there. I will walk with you around, see if we find Darrett for a bit, and then see how you're feeling. See if you want to come with me, or if you find Darrett and you guys want to go off together. That's fine too. I'm sorry. I'm probably making you nervous. I think that what you have done, what you have is, I think that it's amazing. I think that well, I'm not going to go into all that I think, but I just, people can be scared of power sometimes. So I don't want you to get hurt.
Still find myself terrified at half the time I do it.
I mean,
Anyways, speaking of that, and we're probably as we're walking out the door. Have you seen this at all? And I show her my pendant.
well, all right. Do I have
So here's how this happened. I found it in a old abandoned structure buried beneath earth before I even came to Vogler.
Oh.
I don't know. It's somewhat. You're gonna think I sound crazy. Trust me, I'm not crazy. I think it speaks to me.
Oh. What does it tell you?
All sorts of things.
Good.
A lot of. I would say they're. He stopped himself there. A lot of an offering of service towards what they believe is right and promises of glory.
Oh. When he says glory, my face is just gonna kind of fall a little bit and be like, oh no.
There's also mentions of being immortalized forever. That's mentioned a few times.
Oh,
Perhaps,
now.
actually, the first time I ever had it was a vision of a battlefield war torn. It was not a pleasant sight.
Oh. Well, let me look at it then, and I'm gonna look over.
So it's like these three triangles, and then they're prodding up towards the center of it.
Okay. Do we need to do an investigation roll?
Religion.
Religion. Okay.
We will never know.
You gotta keep on asking.
You you weren't so good in math class, but you think that's a rhombus.
So I am going to be like, well, I'm not familiar with exactly who it could be, but and the service they speak of, service in the, to fight against this evil.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Well, then I would say, I'm sure that there is someone who can tell you exactly who it belongs to, but in the meantime,
Do you know anyone who's like devoutly religious or has a serious religious following of some sort?
devoutly religious. Oh, honey,
Or someone who's, I don't know, maybe their family was religious and they heard it.
a family was religious. Yes, yes, Quinton. Oh Lord! But if you tell Quinton, you had to just.
Quinton?
Yes, Quinton. Oh, you Quinton's father. You don't know Quinton's father. Quinton's father was every single. Oh no. Yes, Quinton would know. Probably, not definitely, but probably. And oh, the boy already worships you. All right, so.
Well, Quinton likes to speak his mind, so that's not a terrible thing. I kind of actually.
No, he will tell you. He will tell you everything that you need to know if he
And
knows.
that's great. I mean, he has that confidence that I could probably never possess.
He is very confident. Yes. And I mean, if he doesn't know, we could write to his father, but I do fear his father is a little excitable. So, well, we will cross that bridge when we get to it, I guess. But my advice to you, since we are not totally sure right now of the intentions, just if you're asked to do something that doesn't feel right to you in your heart, take a second. Don't just do it because, the coin is speaking to you. Think about what you really think, all right?
I will give it my best shot.
All right. Well. Anyways, where is that? There. Okay.
All right. So you two are off to find Darren. Okay. And the other three are shopping. Is that roughly correct?
Yep.
So let's start. We'll start with Darren, and I'll get back to the other three of you real quick. Darren stuff should go fast. So wandering around, it's actually wandering around the castle a bit, looking and asking around. It's actually him who catches up to you enthusiastically. He's like, hey guys, hey, I haven't seen you. Like, hold up. And he runs up to you. He says, and you can see he's still in his armor. His armor looks in really good shape, like he spent hours polishing it. And he says, where have you guys been? What have you been up to?
I was gonna ask you the exact same thing.
Well, so yesterday, Marshal Vendry, she just had me demonstrating all my training to her, and then to also to some of the commanders, and everyone seemed pretty pleased, and so they ordered me to. I'm working with this new unit of Kalaman soldiers to train them, and to pass along some of what I know. I mean, it's a pretty big deal.
That's amazing.
I mean, yeah. I didn't realize. Yeah.
Oh, well, congratulations.
Well, I mean, it's not. There's something, and I don't. I don't know where the rest of them are, but the other thing is, I'm sort of working with you as well. so Marshall Vendry, because she knew we knew each other. I mean, so I just I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I want to start up front. I am not your commander. I don't want you to think that I'm your boss. But the marshal has asked me to be a envoy of sorts between you and she. So what? I'm not telling you what to do. But I will be delivering her orders to you. And I know you guys, so if there's something, I can always go backwards and try to advocate for if you guys need something. I mean, it's.
Oh,
Well, that's greatly appreciated.
But I'm not your boss. I swear.
It's fine. It's okay.
What's Kato's expression? I'm so curious.
It's not jealousy in any capacity whatsoever. I guess just relief.
well, we are glad to have you working with us and advocating for us, and even giving us orders is okay. So,
I mean, I'm just delivering them. I'm not ordering you. I don't want you guys to think.
delivering orders is okay too. I'm glad you're doing well. We were a little worried when we didn't see you yesterday. So, this is all very good.
I assume you catch him up on what you have been up to, more or less.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, someone is.
Uh oh, about to jump off that bed.
Getting real close to the edge of that bed.
There's some growling going on. I know I can't pet you, and you want to bite me at the same time. We need to come to an agreement about this. This is my dog, Sophie. She is very needy, but she has a treat on the bed that I'm not allowed near. And so you might see her snarl while she's also asking me to pet her. So anyway, she's a very mixed emotion dog. Okay. Nope, that's it. That's it. I know. Sorry. Okay.
My dog.
So would there be an easier way to make contact too if we want to discuss anything?
And he says, yeah, well, so I am lodged up on the third floor. I'm with the castle guards, and he sort of describes you where he would be normally. If you need to need to talk with him. He sort of, I would say, before as he's walking up to show you sort of the area where he is assigned and lodged, he says, hi, I just want to thank you. You guys really didn't have to do anything for Vogler, and you've not only done stuff a lot for Vogler, you've done a lot for me too. I really hope that we can, I really hope that I just have so much to learn from all of you still. So thank you.
Come and thank you for all that you're doing.
Well, I don't know how much I'm doing yet, but I promise I won't order you around. Okay, this needs to stop, young lady.
Oh, you say that, but
she's now moved to the ground. But if I touch her, she's growling again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take this. I'm going to throw it out there. Now what are you going to do? Oh, you're going to growl at me more. All right. So, So he gets called off for some duty, and So I'll pass over to the others. Are there specific things the group of you are looking for shopping? I know you mentioned ingredients, but are there other things?
Cass would pretty directly suggest they check out Moilara's oddities under the pretense of sounds like they may have some of your spell components, Quinton. And as a scholar, I might find something of interest there as well, just given the name of the place.
Cass, I've been meaning to ask you, what kind of scholar are you? It seems like you know a lot about religion. Are you like a religious scholar?
I wouldn't say that is my focus, but as I'm a field researcher, so think ruins and perhaps I find myself in some old decrepit temples now and then, but really just trying to chronicle, the history of Anasalon.
Well, this must be a really exciting time for you. The whole, Kato thing. Like you got a front row seat to catalog that story.
Yeah, it is a very curious situation. I'm not one who usually witnesses history as it unfolds, so I do find myself on my back foot a little bit. I'm more of a collector and a cataloger than a interviewer.
While this conversation is going on, Brallin is walking beside you, but not really listening. He's kind of looking around and saying, I wonder if they have a bell here.
They have a what? What did you say?
A bell. Like if something happens, they have a bell here. Like it must be big, right? It's a big city.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I bet they have some bells. Why are you thinking about that?
Well,
You want to ring it?
If it gets attacked, like Vogler, right? I'm just saying. I wonder if they have a bell here. Why? Why is this not important? Well, I don't understand.
I mean, the answer is yes, they have bells. You think they don't have bells?
Well, a bell, like
they probably have several bells.
I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure.
We can walk around and find one if that's what you want. It seems like we got a lot of free time today, so.
Yeah, we'll keep out for a bell. I should have told the others to look for a bell too.
Oh, guess what? Do you know why I want to get the things that I'm looking for? The charcoal and the herbs and the incense? Guess. It's a guess. Because I want to cast a spell that'll allow me to summon forth a little pet that'll be able to do like reconnaissance and such for us and fly around and see things. And so once we get that, I'll have it fly around the city and find you a bell and we'll go and look at it.
A magical pet?
Come on.
Are you sure you could do that? I don't think so. Did you see like his little back moving around?
You seriously going to ask me that question?
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure. Why is that unbelievable? I think I can do it. I've never done it before, I guess. We'll see. We'll see how it turns out. Yeah, let's go to this Malara's. Do you know this Malara? Do you have...
I don't. This is my first time in Kalaman, but anything with oddities in the name just piques my curiosity.
Oh.
To be a scholar, you have to be a curious sort of person.
What? I would like to take a quick 5-minute bio break here, if we could, and we will get to Moilara's and the rest of the adventure. So we will be right back. I'm going to try to deal with this dog as well. We will see you soon. Thanks. Hey guys, thanks for staying with us. Sorry, I had to take care of the dog. She's fine now, just not harassing me. All right. So you guys head over to Moilaris, and it is on the other side of the city. The city has two main gates by land, and so three. Sorry. Um, here on the far end, you have Fisher's Gate, Warrior's Gate, and the Trade Gate, which is the gate you originally came in from. And so Moilaris is sort of halfway between the Warrior's Gate and the Fisher's Gate. And it's a small shop, and right away on the outside of the shop, you see there's big windows, and inside the windows are shelves displaying just trinket upon trinket, just junk, all sorts of weird oddities, and those of you who have any experience with Kender know that this is probably a shop run by a Kender based on what is in the windows. And as you enter, your fears or your suspicions are confirmed. You see a silver-haired woman behind the counter, looking over two shrunken heads that she has in either hands, and she seems to be weighing them. And she's like, "Oh, hello. How can I help you?"
What are you doing with those heads?
I'm figuring out which one's heavier.
Which one's
Which
heavier?
do you think? And she hands you both of them.
Well, definitely this one.
I think so too.
Is that
You wouldn't say
significant?
you. Well, I mean, I shrunken heads. I charge by the pound. She puts them
Oh,
up.
is everything in the store by the pound?
No, it's just the shrunken heads. I mean, some things are, but not. Yeah. Well, is there something specific you're looking for?
Well, I'm on a tight budget. There's a lot of
Okay.
things in the store. So I initially came here because I need some charcoal, I need some herbs, I need some incense that are appropriate for the casting of a Find Familiar spell.
Oh, well, let's see. Let's see. We definitely have. And she points over at sort of in a few areas as you name each of those off, sort of pointing to where you're at. Cass, can you make me a quick perception check?
I'd love to, because Cass is just studying this Kender and
Mhm.
trying to see everything all at once.
Okay, so here's you notice maybe two things of importance. One is that her eyes are going everywhere, right? Except for one place, and that is they're definitely never falling on you. She is absolutely avoiding looking at you directly. But Brallin and Quinton absolutely sizing them up. So that tells you something. However, probably in that, she definitely has noticed Brallin's Drake. And she's trying not to linger on it too much as she notices it, but she definitely sees it. And so, but this is all happening very fluidly as she helps Quinton get the supplies that he needs.
I think Cass, upon noticing her noticing the Drake, I'll make a comment, similar to like, yeah, we're no stranger to oddities ourselves. In fact, some may describe our group in such terms. And Cass would try to strike up a very casual sounding conversation, but using thieves' cant.
Mhm.
try to convey the fact that they, came here with a purpose, on purpose, to
Mhm.
meet Moilara and see what prospects may lie ahead.
Yeah, so you get she responds to you sort of curtly, and at first you almost feel like maybe you offended her or you did something out of sort of protocol, like is sort of based on sort of the first 2 minutes of reaction, right? But then as you see, as you are sort of observing the situation, you are you recognize that she is responding to you, but not, it's inside her discussion with Quinton. So it's really masterfully done. Like she not at all she did respond to you, but basically you get through that channel, you get the message that if you want a task for money, you'll get one, and you get some indication of how you would be contacted. And there is it is a little bit of a question if you want one.
Mm-hmm. And I think, yeah, Cass would express interest, would say that, again, open to, the idea of pursuing business together, but it would be in the, again, coded in terms of, I'm a scholar. I'm always, looking to learn new things and make new connections. Again, very veiled,
Okay.
and using that sort of roundabout thieves' cant to hopefully talk above the heads of their
Right.
companion.
And Quinton and neither of you know Thieves' Cant, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
I'm
Would-
just looking around.
Would Quentin, is it possible that he understands that something weird is happening as he's kind of like the third wheel in this conversation?
You can make a perception check.
Mhm.
Would it be perception or insight?
I don't. So insight I've always done for emotions, but I'm willing to hear.
Well, it sounds
insight,
it sounds like there's
the
like a
word.
subtext to the conversation that potentially he's missing.
Yeah, it's more as, and I'll describe it to the player as what's actually happening. It's more word choice. So it's not like there's double meaning. It's just like instead of saying charcoal, she's saying like burnt wood, even though you're clearly saying charcoal. And it's those sorts of things that are being picked up on. So it's weird in that way. It's not weird in a double meaning that would be sort of guessable. But and so I'll let you roll either. I'm not I'm just trying to, insight and perception obviously overlap in places. So
I'm good with whatever one you want me to roll.
yeah, go for insight if that's what you think. If you're trying to guess intent, right? Yeah. So so first I would say, yeah, you definitely guess there's some intent going on here, right? I'll let you and exactly interpret how you want to do this.
Yeah, I don't think
Quinton,
he understands. He just knows there's something weird. He's just got a weird feeling.
I think you probably feel like you are being tested in some way. If that makes sense. It's just super weird when you're having a conversation with someone and they just about something physical in front of you, and they're choosing different words for the things you're talking about, right? Like, and you feel like I don't want to say how Quinton feels, but I feel like there's this momentarily thought like, am I being tested right now?
Hmm. Let me ask you this: is this the best quality burnt wood that you have?
She looks at it and she says, suppose I could burn it some more, but I think it'll do.
Let me ask you about, do you offer a military discount?
No.
Are you sure? Could you start? He's just like looking at Cass the entire time. He's thinking that the test is like, can he get the best bargain on these supplies?
Make me a persuasion check. And what's the amount total you're trying to spend is 15 right now, right?
So like by the book, it's 10 gold for it. So
got it. Okay. She says, how about this? How about if in the future you come back, you are a first-time customer, and maybe it would be easier if I you a repeat buyer. How about I'll give you a repeat buy discount the next time you're in.
And he's just looking at Cass. And he's like trying to get like some kind of symbol or signal. He's just like shaking his head.
Cass has a completely blank, neutral expression, just kind of actually not even engaged anymore, and just kind of looking at the wares as though couldn't really care less about the transaction.
He will take the indifference as yes, and he just extends his hand to shake her hand. We got a deal.
All right. She shakes her hand. Brallin, the only thing I think, unless you're, and you tell me what you're up to at the time, but without any rolls, you do notice she keeps walking behind you.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, I have a very high passive perception. So.
Yeah.
Can I help? Yes. Hello. I promise I'm not going to steal anything.
No. I was just making sure I didn't have any better burnt wood over here.
Oh, it's charcoal, right? Why do you keep on calling?
He just did.
Oh, well, you got any? I don't know. What's something? Look at me. You're looking at me. What's something you think someone like me would want from here?
He looks you up and down.
Just stop paying.
And she says, hold on one second.
Poor Brallin. He's failing this test miraculously. He's giving away all of his bargaining power.
I have money.
She says, how much are you willing to spend on it?
5 gold pieces. Tons.
5 gold.
What?
Are you sure you can't go higher?
Sure, I got more money. Of course I could go higher. What are we?
How about for 12 gold?
Sold. Wait, what are you doing? I'm just kidding. What are you giving? What are you giving?
She rummages, goes up to the window and sort of moves things aside, and then she grabs the pommel of a sword that the blade has been broken, and she says, "This, one of the greatest knights of Solemnia ever to walk the lands. This was his pommel.
Oh.
I'll give it to you for 12 gold. I don't know how long it will stay in that window, though, if you don't buy it."
Is it a little dusty or?
Probably not by the time she grabbed it. Like, probably like it's so.
Wow, really? What's the who does this belong to?
Oh, Knight.
I am well, technically a squire
Of a
Sir,
of Salamria.
Sir, Sir Armentrout.
Yeah. What do you do?
I wrestled at least 3 dragons. I understand.
Dragons?
Dragons.
Wow.
And looking at you, you look like an individual who might, one day wrestle dragons.
Oh, I don't know about that. I don't know. Kind of look around, look to the rest of I don't know anything about dragons, dragon people. I could tell you a lot about that.
Dragon people, do you have
It started
claw?
on the road a few days ago. They looked
this
at
is a
me
lot.
dead in the eye.
This
They
is
kept coming. I tried to shoot one down. They kept coming. And it exploded.
She looks at you, Quinton. Does he tell this story often?
Yeah,
It seems rehearsed.
it's a good story for what it's worth. Ask him about Brawley.
Oh,
Who is Brallin? What is
Brawley.
Brallin?
Well, was that his name? Oh yeah, Brawley. Yeah, okay. Brawley is a fella, acquaintance. I know.
You're not talking about Brallin the Kender, are you?
Now, Cass just kind of
Shall I?
stops.
Shall I
and just-
tell the story, or yes, I think so. Yes, if
you-
that's it. I don't know. Is that your? What is your last name? Is it the Kender? I don't.
I am a Kender.
Right. Do you know him?
I know all the Kender here.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Everyone.
I'm so sorry for you.
What do you say? What, Brally's dead?
He threw his head at us. He threw it right at us. We got blood all over us.
Brally threw his head?
No,
But I don't understand.
The dragon person threw his head at us.
I'm really
Yeah,
uncomfortable.
And she says, I didn't. I had no. And
I'm sorry. Oh,
she is taken aback, and she says, I'm very sorry. Is there anything else you need today? This is very disturbing news. If you want the pommel, it's 12 gold.
If it would bring you comfort, we can give you more information about what happened to your acquaintance. It is true that we were attacked on the road to Vogler by dragon men, and
I could give you
2 of us
gold.
barely escaped with our life, and unfortunately, Brawley was not so fortunate.
No, he's a good person.
This is terrible news. I'm so sorry that Brally, any loss to the Kinder community is a loss for us all. I do ask. I would like some time alone if we can conclude this transaction.
I get the impression her emotions are sincere.
Make an insight check real quick. You get the impression that she did know Brally. You get the impression that the news surprised her. She didn't know this. And I'd say, yeah, the depth of the sincerity you don't know, but there's something real there.
Well, we will. Before I did want to ask before we take our leave. Is there anything of actual value in the shop? Is it all
Are you
Just like
asking her that, or is that what you're asking?
No, I'm asking based off of the last few minutes of
Yeah.
browsing, does Cass get the impression that this is fenced goods, or is it really just a front of flea market garbage?
So on the spectrum of fence goods to Kinder treasure hoard, it's more on the side of Kinder treasure hoard.
Okay.
So there's this real belief in value, but in some of the items. So
Okay.
She takes the pommel and she says, I'm assuming you're not buying this, and she
Oh, no,
goes,
I will. 15 gold.
That's very generous. May it bring you great luck.
I'm sorry for your loss, Sophie. Maybe that'll help a bit.
What are you gonna
Thank
do
you.
with it? It's broken.
But it's great. It's great.
What's the name of the knight she said it belonged to?
Sir Arthur. I don't.
Sir Armantrout.
Almond trout. Yeah.
I've never heard of such a name before.
Three dragons.
Who cares? It's broken.
No, stop. Thank you very much, ma'am. We're sorry.
It was a pleasure. I look forward, and I apologize for my. I just need to be to deliver this news to the community. I'm very sorry. She walks over to the door and opens it.
Cass will be the first to kind of walk toward it and say, we appreciate your need for some respite right now. Again, we extend our apologies, and perhaps we can talk again sometime when you've had a chance to process the
Indeed.
Don't forget about our deal.
Of course. And she looks down at the ground as you walk out the door and close the door behind you.
Brallin, why did you pay 15 gold for that?
I felt bad. I figured that might get it through the rough times.
Feel bad? Because...
good.
Please. I was going to ask her, you'd be proud of me. I held my tongue, but I was going to ask her if they included the Friends of Brawley discount. You didn't ask about that discount.
Yeah, you were saying those things, and it made sense to me. I get it. What am I going to do with it? But at the time, it seemed right, and then I felt really guilty, so I had to buy it, right?
But it's not like she wasn't like a sister, or she like knew him. So are you going to give every person that knew Brawley 15 gold?
Quinton, we've seen some strange things over the past few days. We have a shield that has magical properties.
Oh.
Perhaps we might check to see if this pommel also has any special qualities. That sometimes treasure is not always shiny and immediately obvious. I think.
Yeah.
I think it was an investment, and only time will tell whether it's worth more than the story that was attached to it.
Brallin's gonna give you a kind smile for having his back.
Yeah, thank you. Well said. Do you want to look at this one too, then? I'm just gonna do me a favor.
Cass will kind of, I don't know who he's offering it to, but Cass will want to kind of take a close look at it. If it's being passed to them, they'll grab it. If it's being passed to Quinton, they'll intercept it.
Sure, it'll be. Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Just, is there any markings, anything that marks it as anything other than just a busted sword?
It is a wooden pommel, not even metal, that has been painted in a golden color.
And then Cass kind of just gives a curt nod with no real expression, and then hands it to Quinton.
I don't want it. It's junk. I will carry this shield because it is special and it has sentimental value to you. That sword pommel is a
It
child's
is.
toy, maybe, that broke, and they just decided to see if they could hawk it for some money.
Let me see that.
It's
They
not-
look,
it's
they look
not-
like. It is, huh?
It's
Is it?
It's rough. We
We
don't
also
have. We
thought
won't have
the-
to tell anybody about this. Like, I won't tell the
I
rest.
was gonna give this to Kato.
Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Do you think he?
I will
No.
just
He'll
point out
know.
again.
He'll
He
know.
won't. He won't know. Could it?
He will absolutely know.
All right. Real.
Brallin, maybe hold on to it until we can ascertain whether it is magical or not. The shield appeared to be a painted green ordinary shield, and we have since learned it is more than that. So maybe you, Quinton, hold on to the shield, and you, Brallin, hold on to the pommel.
All right. Then sure.
He'll put it back in his little pack.
All right. Kato and Miranda, your next stop was out with the villagers. Are you going together? Or are you?
Yeah, I guess I'll ask Kato, like, okay, are you gonna come out then?
Yeah, I'll come with.
Okay.
All right.
So yeah, a much shorter trip this time, right? It's just sort of right outside the city walls at this point. Kato, make me insight check.
My other hidden specialty.
So if people were whispering about you positively last night, people seem to not be whispering positively about you now. They might be whispering negatively about you.
Probably overhearing a little bit of it. Probably just
Yeah.
just look away from the talking.
And it is not like you walk into a room and the record scratches sort of negatively. It's like, I think the first interaction, like, it's just people are keeping their distance from you is more of the feeling. Not that they're necessarily talking bad about you. That makes sense. There's just a different atmosphere now. So talking negatively might be a little too strong of a emotion that's going on. There are still people sick and hurt though, and there are still people who are coming up to you asking for aid.
I will see what I can do later, but right now I have meetings with the mayor.
Okay. So the you guys wander over to the mayor, and Miranda, you see the mayor sees you and is sort of joyed to see you, and then she sees who's next to you,
Oh.
and she is not excited.
Oh. All right.
He'll leave. He'll go back to town.
Oh. Wow.
So are you're going back to town? You're staying away from that meeting? What's going on?
Oh, he'll leave. He'll just fully leave. He'll go back to town.
Okay.
And
The mayor sort of makes a half-hearted effort to stop you, Kato. Definitely half-hearted, like, but definitely is trying to. She's like, no, you are all welcome here.
It's fine. This is your meeting. And he'll give a courteous bow, and then he'll leave.
Um, the mayor looks at you and she says, I'm sorry if that was awkward."
Oh, no, no. Well, I'm sure you've heard what people are saying about Kato.
"Indeed. And what exactly have you heard?"
Oh, well, I've heard a lot of things. From him directly, though, I think they've probably been much exaggerated. What are people saying to you?
Well, as of last night, he raised a child from the dead.
Mm. Yes, I have heard that as well. But I mean, are we sure the child was dead and not just very cold and still?
Well, I'm afraid it might be a little worse than that. Are you prepared to travel just a short bit? We have a little bit of distance to make.
Oh, um, I suppose. I mean, they might wonder a bit where I've gone, but I'm sure Kato can tell them.
Not too far.
Oh,
We're
okay,
just
yeah,
away from here.
sure, sure.
And she brings you back towards where the original sort of encampment was. And you probably are walking about, it probably would be like a 10-minute walk, but she is sort of still in a position of leadership, and so people stop her and she talks and she's very cordial and helpful. But this, and as you get sort of away from the new Vogler encampment, she says, "The child last night was." I'm not sure what the child. I'm not sure, really. I asked you here to see for yourself, but also, um, I I think you might need to keep an eye on him.
Oh,
And the child did react. The child was responsive, and as the mother tells it, um, very quickly it was obvious something went wrong.
oh,
The child scratched and bit at the mother, um, before once again expiring. And at this point, you're near one of the tents that has been set off, so still left. Um, uh, there's two guards standing outside of it, two members of the old Vogler militia, and she nods to them, and they sort of step aside, and she opens the curtain to go into the tent, or the tent door, and you go in, and there is a cloth covering the child, and she says, This may be disturbing to look at. I apologize, but I want to say that I saw with my own eyes that this child, yesterday, was. I mean, I believe the child was dead yesterday, and succumbed to the cold of the river. But just within the last day, and um, she moves just the cloth down from the face, and the face of the child is completely mummified, like it has been dead for years, desiccated.
shit. So, well, um, that's. I kind of like step back and say, "Is there somewhere private then that we could go to discuss something.
Indeed, and she says, "This I can ask the guards to walk away and keep an eye on this place here, if that would be appropriate, or would you prefer? We will bury the body today,
Oh,
and very few know of this."
no, I think that it's important to keep it that way. And I'm sorry, I'm still a little uncomfortable around.
Oh, of course, this is not of all. I figured I could trust you the most with this. I
Oh,
apologize.
No, I'm glad that you did, and I think my companions, they're good. They're young, and um. So I'm gonna get out of my bag a piece of paper, and if I have anything to write with, or if not, I'll scratch it on the ground and be like, I'm going to show you what I was told by Kato that I could not identify, but it might mean something to you.
Okay.
And so I will draw the medallion.
The symbol as you saw.
Mm-hmm.
So Mayor Raven says, "Are you going to give her the piece of paper? Is that?
Yeah,
or is
I
it
will.
just to draw it? Okay.
Yeah, I'll give her the paper to show her.
She says, I don't personally know. Would you like me to ask around, or?
I don't know that asking around. What? If you don't know, then I don't want to. Well, you know how rumors can go, I'm sure.
Indeed, we have. So there are just a handful, including the 2 guards outside, who know about this. Even the mother, we have told that the child was sick and has since succumbed to the sickness. She does not know about this. So very few.
The mother, though, she knew that the child was acting rabid, and
Yes,
so she's
aware that it didn't quite. The child was not fully healed.
all right.
And I believe she will believe that. I believe she will continue to think that the child is. It just never. It wasn't fully cured of whatever ailment. I thank you for your discretion in this. I'm at a loss. It is clear he and some others in your party are touched by gods we have not seen for years.
Yes, I am inclined to agree with you there, and well, I will tell you one more thing about
Yes, please.
Kato specifically. Whichever
Yes.
god that he has been touched by who's aiding him, I think that this god has, as its intention, it wants to win this war. I just don't know intention beyond that.
I see. I suspect what we can do is just watch her now. I should say I don't believe what Kato did last night was not evil. Like
No.
we all saw him attempting to heal and help our people.
Oh, he's a good he's a good man. I think that I don't think he truly knows what forces are at play.
Indeed. Well,
Thank you for telling me. And
thank you. I knew not who I could trust besides you, so I appreciate it.
yes, I will. I will keep. I will keep it to myself. Unless, do you think that Kato should be aware that the child didn't make it after all, or?
I don't. I get the sense that you know him better by this point than I.
No, that's true.
I would leave that to you.
All right. All right. Well, thank you. I think now I'm going to return to the castle, and if you need to reach me again, I'm at your service.
Thank you. And you part ways and head back to the castle. Is there anything else the group of you? That's sort of a heavy point, so I don't want to quite quickly move on. I will tell you at some point. Sorry, where is this? At some point, Darrett will come during the day and tell you what your mission is, which will be happening the next morning. So is there anything you guys want to accomplish or conversations you would like to have?
The main thing
before the
that Quinton would do is, I think after procuring the materials for the Find Familiar spell, he'd go back to the castle, find a place where he could burn those materials and summon. It'd be when it appears from the flames and the smoke, there'd be like a little bluebird that would shoot out of there and kind of fly about the room where this is happening and then land upon his shoulder. And he'd get probably noticeably like emotional if anybody was in the room with him while this was happening. This is sort of a symbol that reminds him of his mother, who he never knew, but he's got a lot of emotional attachment to this idea of who she is and everything. But once he kind of settled down a bit, he would make good on his promise to send the bird kind of flying about the city looking for any alarm bells or bells and towers, to point out to Brallin.
Okay. And so you are just using a raven? Is that?
Yeah, it could be the stats of like a raven or something.
Yep. So, and I don't know how often you'll use Bluebird, but if you want, I'm going to drag, just so it's in your journal, I'm going to drag a raven right now. And then what we'll do is, if you want a Bluebird token, we can switch that out between. Oops, where am I? I'm on the wrong. What did I just do? Why do I make everything difficult for myself? Oops, nope, that's not what I want. Sorry, I'm trying. Oh, there it is. Layer, and then yeah. So it's really no problem to it's no problem to find bells, but there's not. It's not the bell, right? It's not in a central location. There's some bells on churches. There's
and then Quinton will relay this information to Brallin with kind of an offer that when they've got some downtime, he wouldn't mind maybe taking a stroll with him around the city to point them all out to him. And
sure, yeah.
Brallin, well, yes, he would definitely be excited to do that.
Why?
And Miranda would try to take Kato aside at some point before they go to bed.
Okay. You're welcome to have that conversation now, or if other
All
people
right,
want to
we
jump
can
in
do it.
before.
Okay.
Yes, Miranda.
Oh well, I wanted to give you a little context with the mayor. She wasn't trying to. Well, it was not. Wasn't angry at you or anything.
Okay, it was your meeting. It was my mistake for going in.
No,
It wasn't any of my
no,
business.
no, no, Kato. I'm sorry. But it is a. Well, I have some sad news. Um, the child that we thought had been healed. It turns out they were too weak after all, so that the child did end up dying. And I'm sorry. She wanted me to know, and but didn't want to. She didn't know how to deliver that news to you, and I'm sorry. I know that's hard to hear.
I understand. It's tragic, I know, but I mean, there wasn't much I could do. I was just extremely tired. I used everything I had. I tried. Okay.
No, you tried, and what you did was incredible, really. But well, I think that you have the potential to have really great power. It's just not quite there yet, maybe. But I think that we should try to find out who, or you should. I don't want to overstep. I'm sorry. To find out the source of your power, would you? I could write to Quinton's father. I'm sure he would know. If you don't want to talk to Quinton, or if you do want to talk to Quinton, I'm sorry.
It's you don't have to trouble yourself with any of this stuff. I could probably figure it out. And like he looks super not confident at all.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay. Listen. No. I will write to Quinton's father. He knows. Oh, the man. He has books and books and books of these things, and I will not include the story. I'll just say I came across this. I was interested in it. Could you tell me a little more? And if you find some way before he gets back to us, then that's wonderful. But
I mean,
if
I'm
you know,
sure but I could ask Quinton before you do it.
yeah,
But
yeah,
but
ask
if,
Quinton. But if he doesn't
but,
know,
but are you planning on writing any other letters to anyone else? Because if you are, and then like he'll reach into his like little pocket he has, and he pulls out like a decent sized little parcel, like a little letter. It has some weight to it. Probably hear a little couple of jingling coins in it. If you could just, I don't know if you're doing it at all. It sounded like you were going to send a letter, but if you were, would you mind delivering this for me?
of course, take that and yes, talk to Quinton. And if you don't get answers there, then I'll try to help.
Yeah, it's just the letter for back home. I put some money in there.
That's
In short, he put his salary for the week
into the
into the letter.
Bless. All right. I think he's a very good boy, and I'm very sad that anything bad could ever happen to him. I'm like, all right, I will go write that now. Okay.
Okay. Anything else for tonight? Yes, no. Yes, no.
Nothing
I think
for me.
you're muted, Dave.
Cass wouldn't be interested in going out, but I guess I'm curious what what arrangement did they pick up from Madara? Like how would when Cass isn't ready to make some coin, how does that get
So
initiated?
DM Corey is actually at a loss for thinking of a cool thing, which is the why I was vague about it. I would say that there is uh, you were just given an idea that there would be um, uh, uh, markings in a place that if you saw those markings, you are then to go look for a message somewhere specific. All of these, where the markings are and then where the message would be, are all within the vicinity. They're either inside the castle or within the immediate vicinity of the castle.
Okay.
So I'm sorry I don't have a better. I was trying
Nope,
to think.
that-
In the meantime,
that
yeah.
works.
But yeah, so there's a signal to inform you there is a message, and then that you know of a place to get the message. And in your passing, that has not happened. Okay. Anything else for the night, or we can pass? So you guys are welcome to long rest if you need to. I assume not. And then the next morning, you are woken up by a very enthusiastic Darrett, who comes into your rooms and says, "Hey, I have your first mission."
Oh, trying to sleep.
What I mean, the whole reason you're here, right? I mean, yeah. This one, I think this one's perfect for you guys.
What would that be?
So, so the bosses, I guess, they're really disturbed about that weird dragon-like invention that the Dragon Army deployed in Vogler. That thing that just sort of took out most of the city, and they really want to know more about it. So they say the person who would probably know the best, her name's Tatana Rookledust. She's a gnome inventor, and she's about 12 miles south of Kalaman. The marshal asked that you guys go to Rookledust's home and see if she knows anything about the device or anything similar. And even if she doesn't know anything, our forces here in Kalaman, they really want to meet her here in the city, because they want to recruit her as an advisor. And he hands a brief little map showing roughly where Galaxian, thank you so much for the reroll. I just saw that come up. And Darrett says, is there anything you need from me? I'm not going to be accompanying you. I have this group to train today.
Marshal Vendry said you had news to share with us. A big surprise. Good news.
Oh yeah, I thought he would have that they would have shared it. So I'm not your boss. I have just been assigned to deliver your missions to you.
That's it?
I also have other duties. I mean, I'm now training. She was really proud that I mean, apparently I'm better at this than I thought I was. And I mean, so during the day, I train a bunch of new recruits to make them better. And then just like I was trained, and then when I need to, I mean, if you need to get anything back to the marshal, or if maybe, I think if you listen to me, if you guys have problems with something.
I'm sorry, Darrett. It's not that I'm not happy for you. Like, I'm very, very happy for you. It's just, she made this sound like it was going to be like a big surprise, like it was going to be like mind shattering. And Like, I'm happy for you. This is like a big promotion for you. I was just waiting all day for, like, earth-shattering news.
Did she really make it sound earth-shattering? Because
I built it up in my
agree with
mind
you.
that way.
I agree. It's not very earth-shattering, but it was a
Oh,
good
it's
job.
impressive. It's
This is
impressive. Oh, sure.
Fantastic
Well,
news.
Yeah, good job there. Thanks for
Yeah.
telling us. I got a
thanks.
question. How are the recruits as opposed to your fighting skill?
I mean, they're new. There's some of them are from Vogler, so some of them I actually know, but some of them are from here. And I mean, I try to tell them, I try not to scare them too bad because but they have to be scared a little bit, right? Like you saw what happened in Vogler, like that was terrifying. And so I don't, I don't know. I mean, it's only day 2, and so yeah. I really struggle. Sometimes I want to yell at them. Sometimes sometimes I try to encourage them.
Do you need a
It's
coach?
hard.
Miranda could teach you about
Um,
yelling at people and intimidating people.
Wow.
I think I'm particularly lovely, Quinton, but I am sure doing a fabulous job and keeping them well trained and in line. And I will say though that if you have any that seem a little squirrely, maybe focus on them a little extra, and they'll either rise up or they'll realize that they're not, cut out for it. So I've heard out of a training. But I'm not. You'll do great.
Okay. Squirrely bad. Okay, got it.
Yes.
So I don't. Once again, I'm not your boss. I'm just delivering the message. But you need to leave now.
Oh.
Can you deliver something else then, message wise? Here, I have
Oh, of
some
course.
letters. I was going to mail them today, post them today.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah. I guess.
Shove
I
them
guess,
at you.
I guess in all my free time I can do. Okay.
You're not our boss, but she's your boss, is what it seems like.
You say you could take things from us, so you're kind of our liaison. So yes, and now we have.
I mean, but your liaison to the marshal. Is this?
And also to the mayor, we have a lot of liaisoning happening. But
Thanks, Garrett. You're doing great.
Darren.
See ya.
My name's Darren.
Oh, Darren. Oh, you're Dad.
Darren, what are we to offer Ms. Rickeldust if she is not inclined to be recruited? Is there something? Is there incentive?
I don't think you're supposed to beat her up or anything. If that's what you're asking.
That was not what I'm asking.
Oh,
Why?
well, I mean, you guys tell these stories of the horrors that is going to happen if we don't win, right? And I don't think. I mean,
decency. Got it. Okay.
I mean, but I mean, she would be paid, of course, and that could be negotiated. We just want her to come into the city to meet, and we'll deal with the negotiations. She's apparently reasonable.
And taking the map, because if no one else is taking the map, Cass would grab it and is how, like, I guess where in relation to where they are now is their destination.
It's about 12 miles south of the city. And south of the city is into the mountains of Nightland. Those are definitely Brallin, and perhaps some of you. Nightland is this area that it's like mythically the sun never rises on Nightland. But it's just really a very gloomy, wet, cloudy place in the mountains.
We have to travel by foot.
Yeah, it looks like a fairly easy, like there are roads that, not huge roads, but there's roads and paths that go down there.
He would kind of glance over at the map.
Oh, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Might get a little rain on on our heads, but we'll be okay. There's nothing to worry about. Make sure you bring your rain slicks, I guess. We'll be okay. Don't worry about it. We won't get lost.
Very reassuring speech.
Thank you.
What about the gnome launcher guy? Surely he knows something. Has anyone seen him lately?
No, he
Slinger?
did. No one's seen him since we left.
Oh. All right.
Probably in morning.
So I'm gonna, yeah. Oh, what is the scale on this map? I don't. You would be able to see maps like this in Why does this seem like it's not want to work? Oh, there it is. So yeah, let me oh, there's 6 miles. Okay, sorry. Just trying to. I'm gonna send you to this map, just so it's the larger Kalaman region. And I think I showed this a little bit when I was trying to explain Vogler versus Kalaman. You are told that basically the Tatana lives down Esker Brook. And that's what you're going to be following. And it should be about a 1-day journey in one direction.
Mm-hmm.
I guess as it concerns travel, once we do set out, I would send the familiar out about 100 feet to kind of be our lookout as we go.
Sure.
Oh, look at that. You did it. Congratulations.
That's how I found
He would have said
the
eventually.
bells.
Yeah.
Oh. Good for you.
Is it a
It's a little bluebird.
point? Give him a look. Don't say anything, so I don't want to embarrass.
Just a bluebird? You could have made anything and you made a bluebird?
He just kind of like points at the little, there's like a little metal pin on his cloak, and he just points at it.
That's sweet.
I'll look at Brallin.
So let me ask the players. Been a little bit eventful. It was more similar to last session than I expected. We are getting a little late, and we would be going into some pretty fast, some encounters of various kinds. Would you guys like to call it here and start fresh next time? Would you like to go a little bit into it? What would you prefer?
I'm up for whatever option's given.
Me
Yeah.
too.
I trust
Yeah.
your judgment. If
Yeah.
you think there's a better stopping point, I wouldn't mind.
I mean,
Don't
we'll
move on.
we'll do a little bit of the journey, and then I'll
That sounds
leave
good.
it off a little bit of a cliffhanger. So yeah, can one of you, eeny, meeny, miny, mo? I think since I've been picking on Kato, will you roll me a 1d4?
It is my duty to screw over the party at any possible opportune moments. Bam.
I didn't. Okay.
3.
Okay. So you is there anything else? Sorry, before you leave the city, sorry, that you were specifically trying to do? The only thing cast for you is that as you are getting ready to depart, you do see a note, or you do see sort of the chain of, and you're able to slip off and read. You are being asked to procure, to bring back a set of schematics regarding a device for flight that may be in this gnome's possession. All right. So,
Probably. Oh, sorry.
sorry.
I was just saying that before we set out, would probably cast Mage Armor just in
Okay.
anticipation for a scary journey ahead.
So the first part of the day, pretty, more calm. It's not anything. I think, Quinton, your it's an easy trip, and certainly with Brallin's sort of survival skills, it's not hard at all to follow the map. Quinton, the Bluebird, about halfway through the morning, sorry, spots a farmhouse that you see it's been. Oh, actually, that's a good point. I guess it wouldn't, because it's close enough that you'd probably also see it. You guys come across, you're alerted to it by the Bluebird, but it's not that far of a distance, right? 100 feet, 100 feet. So you are alerted. Probably what happens first is you see a little bit of smoke in the distance, of a like blackish kind, and then you send the Bluebird over. The Bluebird spots a farmhouse in the distance that is still smoldering. It's yeah, it is burnt, but there are parts of it that are still standing.
I'll alert the group to that
Yeah.
and suggest that we should go and check it out, see if there's any survivors.
Okay. Are you all headed to the farmhouse?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think so.
No problem. Okay. So you head over, and it's not really not that far of a distance from where you are. Yeah, so it's a small burnt out farmhouse. And you're maybe at this point like, I don't know, 100 feet away. You don't see any signs of anyone around it. The farm looks like it has been plowed and farmed in the last year, but maybe not incredibly recently. Like, it doesn't look like daily tasks have happened on it. But the house itself is still smoldering.
I mean,
Oh.
Go ahead, Sir Lord Kato.
I'm not a Sir nor a Lord. It's just Kato. I can have a look around and see if anyone's been moving through here. Maybe we can see if they ran off somewhere. And he'll do that.
Okay. Make me an investigation check.
Could I argue for survival?
Sure.
Thank you.
Where did my? Oh, here it is. Okay, sorry. For some reason, like, it's not Roll20. It's not showing me the very bottom. Oh, there. That's weird. Okay. It's just cutting off your rolls. Like, I can still see them, but it's just weirdly displayed for me. So Kato, you have no sign of visitors to or from the house. Recent visitors, let's say. I'm sure you can find some old tracks, but nothing.
Looking at this in the fire, could I tell that it's been burning for a while?
How close are you going to get up and look?
I would say not like necessarily right on, but as soon as I would have a clear line of sight, just to see.
Make an investigation check for me.
Okay. 12.
So yeah, maybe a day or two. Like the weather outside is damp. It's probably rained here, so it's not like there parts of the structure seem untouched,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, but it definitely seemed to at least catch a significant amount, and then the rest of the house is just slowly smoldering.
I figure this might be maybe a raid or something here. I mean, I wouldn't doubt it was the army, or at least a few of the men that burned this place.
Well, it's not Tatana's house, so maybe we just keep going on our way and complete our mission.
Keep an eye on the skies.
Okay. So yeah, you keep traveling. And so I think where we'll end it for tonight, and I think the good thing is, you come across to a slightly more hilly area, and you can see in the distance. At first, it's sort of like you can see the reflection of the limited sunbeams that actually pierce through the clouds. You see it in the distance. It also just looks weird. It's just a weird, unnatural shape. And you see just this unusual structure on top of a hill in the distance, maybe 400 feet away. It resembles both a cottage, but also like a giant metal fortress. You see pipes coming out of it, and you can see steam coming out of the pipes in places. But you also see that it's currently under siege. And you can hear the shouts of what appear to be goblins in the distance, trying to breach the structure. And as you pull a little closer to it, you can see that there are things in the air that seem to be fighting back against the goblins, but it is very difficult from this distance to see exactly what those are. But you see like goblins sort of swatting at things in the air around them. And so that's where we'll leave it as you approach the workshop of Tatana. And yeah, we'll deal with that first thing in our next session. We will be off the air next week, so we will be back in 2 weeks from now for this to continue. And so I hope everyone can figure out how to have a happy day after Valentine's Day without us. But we appreciate you guys joining us tonight, and we look forward to seeing you in the future. If you haven't gotten a chance, check out our Discord channel, where you can see all the things that are going on with us during the week. Tomorrow night we have the Dark Tower, right? Original Adventures Reincarnated at 7:30. And then you can look down, you can scroll down and see the other things going on with us. We appreciate you joining us. Thank you to the players for tonight. I promise things will pick up a little bit in terms of the combat pillar here shortly. But with that, we will say goodnight, and we will see you in 2 weeks. So, bye.
Good night, everybody. We'll throw a raid to the Mandy. I think they were starting a new campaign tonight.